This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, over 700 students graduated from the Hazleton Area High School. We'll take you to the ceremony next. Thanks for tuning in to FYI on Thursday. I'm Ken Cara. Last night, Hazleton Area School District officials said goodbye to a class that they've grown very close to. It was an emotional night for all the Cougars and Lady Cougars as they received their diplomas. Lisa Sugart has the story.
What you sow, you'll reap. What you sow.
The beautiful sound of the Hazleton Area High School chorus filled the air, and a sea of red and white filled the grounds of Hazleton Area High School as commencement exercises were held for the class of 2014. The evening was bittersweet, pride and joy for students who achieved this major milestone, and sadness as one of their own had passed away just days earlier. Seniors wore purple ribbons in memory of their classmate, and Principal Rocco Petrone became emotional as he remembered honor student Kelly Flores.
This beautiful, talented young lady was walking our halls and sitting in her classes just a few short days ago. It's very difficult to understand why she's no longer with us. To Kelly's friends and family, be grateful for the time you spent with her and cherish the wonderful memories you have shared. Kelly will live and remain in your hearts forever.
Then, one by one, 758 students received diplomas before a huge crowd of family and friends. The evening also featured fond memories from class valedictorian Nicole Barber and salutatorian Hannah Plaza.
I'm going to bet that most of us remember sitting on a computer in our kindergarten classrooms and typing the number 14 in front of our username. We never really knew what 14 meant or what the year 2014 was. Well, quietly, without us noticing, 13 years have passed, and 2014 became right now, and right now is the beginning to the rest of your life. I can still remember when, 4 years ago, we all piled into the 9th grade center, a group of strangers, ready to meet our fellow freshmen for the first time. At that point, we had no idea what the next 4 years would have in store for us, or what we would do with the rest of our lives. Those 4 short years then passed in what seemed like a blink of an eye, and now we all sit here as that sea of red and white like a family, ready to receive our well-earned diplomas, ready to proceed on the road ahead.
While the class was large in number, the remarks focused on a closeness of a senior class that would now take their lives in a new direction. Class President Dante Chirico.
As I stand here today, in my final time to address you as class president, I say to you, class of 2014, congratulations and good luck on what is only the beginning. Strive to reach your goals. It doesn't matter how many times you are told no. It doesn't matter how many times your dreams get shot down. It doesn't matter how many times you stumble and fall. You get back up, you brush the dirt off, and you never give up. Class of 2014, on your mark, get set, go.
Reporting for FYI, I'm Lisa Sugart.
Thanks, Lisa, and congratulations to the class of 2014. In other news, more than 1,500 people lined the streets of Origsburg yesterday afternoon to pay tribute to a fallen hero. A hearse carried the body of Captain Jason B. Jones, a native of Origsburg, through his hometown one final time while en route to his final resting place at West Point Cemetery. This is video courtesy of Zane Rist. The 29-year-old Green Beret was killed June 2nd in a small arms fight in Afghanistan. The family requests contributions in Jason's honor be sent to the Wounded Warrior Project and the Animal Protection Society at the addresses up on your screen. Well, there were some tense moments in the city of Hazleton this morning as a man threatened to jump from a rooftop. It happened on North Wyoming Street. The man was taken to safety via an aerial ladder truck and transported to the hospital for observation. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, Fire Chief Donald Leschko referred questions to plainclothed officers carrying guns who were standing in front of Washko's pharmacy. One officer said the man threatened to jump because he did not want anyone to touch his boxes. 2 unmarked police cars with federal license plates were parked nearby. Now, for more on this story, pick up tomorrow's Standard Speaker and make sure you sign up for their text alerts at standardspeaker.com for updates. A traffic stop by Beaver Meadows Police Department resulted in 1 drug arrest and much more. 27-year-old Luis Alexander Diaz of Hazleton was pulled over on May 30th for speeding. Police smelled marijuana and found $3,000 cash, which tested positive for high amounts of narcotics. Chief Mike Marisi tells FYI that the cash will now be forfeited back to the borough's police department for use in combating drugs. Coming up on FYI, we'll let you know about a special night at the races, and we'll get you pumped up for the World Cup with a local business owner who used to play professional soccer.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We are in your community and we're teaching you about water safety this summer. We are at the YMCA and we're back with Eileen, the aquatic director, and today we're talking about going to beaches and water parks. Okay, last week we told you about the safety of backyard pools and what to look for, and today, like I said, we're going to talk about going to the beach. You might be going away, you might be going to a local beach. What's some safety tips that we can take with us?
Well, for the parent that doesn't have a backyard pool, the other places that you might be going to get into the water would be a lake or a beach, or a water park, or your public pool. So anytime you go to these places, you want to make sure that you know that there's a lifeguard on duty. All right. If there is not a lifeguard, I know some of the state parks do not offer that service. Make sure you have an adult watching the children. If it's not yourself, maybe another parent that's come along with you. But someone should be watching them at all times. At the beach, you're going to make sure that you check with the lifeguards. There's flag warnings up on the beach areas, red, green, and then also amber. So check with the lifeguard to see what the conditions are for that day. One thing that you have to be aware of at the beach is riptides or strong currents. You want to teach your children to, instead of swimming in towards shore, swim parallel to the shore and get out of the rip current, or otherwise they'll be dragged out into the ocean. The other thing that you have to watch out for is marine life. Jellyfish, Portuguese man-o'-war, and if they do get bitten by any marine life, to notify the lifeguard as soon as possible. At water parks, they're a lot of fun too. They have a variety of different rides that you can ride. Make sure your children are going on the rides that are appropriate for them. There's some age restrictions and also some height restrictions, and they're there for a reason. Non-swimmers at the water parks, they do have Coast Guard approved life jackets available, so make sure your children do wear them. And just make sure that if you want to set a time when you want to meet your children, because a water park is vast and it's kind of hard to keep your eyes on them if they're a little bit older. Just set up a meeting time, where and when. And also when you're outside, you're going to have to apply that sunscreen.
Right. Even though you are in the water and it's hot out, you have to take breaks to apply that sunscreen, and you have to drink plenty of liquids, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, next week we'll go more in depth on water safety when you're in the water to avoid a drowning situation. Join us every Thursday right here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Now, I did take an art history class in college, and I did pretty well in it, but I don't remember too much. So all I can say is this piece of art is cool, and it's from the Hill City Church, where there is an art exhibit coming up, and we'll have more on that in the coming days. Now, here's your weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight, showers are likely, and there's a possibility of thunderstorms. 70% chance of showers tonight. The low will be 63 degrees. For Friday, showers are likely, again 70% chance, and also a possibility of a thunderstorm as we climb up to 75 degrees. For Friday night, scattered showers and thunderstorms expected, low down to 54. Saturday looks like a nice day as it's sunny as we get up to 72 degrees, and Saturday night will be mostly clear, 48 degrees for your low. On Sunday, we reach all the way up to 77 on a sunny day. Sunday night will be partly cloudy. 53 is your low there. And then for the new work week, Monday is 80 degrees. Hello, summer. And then Monday night, we will dip down to 62 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat with their ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food with their burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, located on Route 93 in West Hazleton. Stop on by today or give them a call at 570-455-5362.
So we are getting ready for a night at the races coming up this weekend, and Cleet Van Blargen joins us organizing the event, and also Mary Beth Cook with Helping Hands, the executive director there. And Cleet, let's talk about this. In memory of your son, Kevin, going on 14 years now, I think you told me that you've been fundraising. Why Helping Hands? Why did you guys make that decision?
Well, Kevin always liked to help people, and we thought a charity that helped young people would be the way to go. And also I was on the board at Helping Hands at the time and knew their needs. So we decided to go with Helping Hands.
What amazes you so much about the organization? You've been with it for a while now, but what keeps you coming back and what really amazes you about it?
The work that they do. When you see kids start in the infant program and work their way up and the progress that they make, it's absolutely incredible. Kids that there was probably people didn't have any hope for end up walking and talking, and it's just a terrific program.
And Mary Beth, is it easy when people do come in and see the work that you do? Is it an easy way to almost market for it, to see the smiles on the kids' faces? I mean, do people get hooked when they see the good work that Helping Hands does?
Oh, they do. They do. We, even workers that come up and are doing work on the building are so touched. We had our preschool graduation last Friday, and like some of the guys doing the work outside stopped in and watched the graduation. It was just... We have the best selling point in the world. I mean, the children are amazing, and like Cleet said, they do really bloom and progress in the program, so it's a great feel.
So big guys coming in, doing some work, and getting touched by the graduation
They
ceremony.
did. A little shout out to Jeffrey. Yes, they did.
And let's move on to a night at the races, a great program at Helping Hands, and you can have fun while raising money for it. Tell us about the event a little bit and just how much fun it is.
Okay, the event is going to be this Saturday, June 14th. It's going to be at Tresco Fire Hall this year. And you can come out, you can own a horse, if you can pay $10 for a horse or $50 for a horse. And you can win money if your horse comes in, or you can bet on the horses. And there's great food there. It's $5 at the door to get in. It includes all your food, and it's a cash bar. And it's just a great time. We have a really good MC, John Gallagher, who keeps things moving really well, and it's just a great time.
And Helping Hands, from what I've seen at the fundraisers, you guys do the big telethon every year at WILN. Why is it seems like it's always a good time. Is it the people in Helping Hands, or is it just the events you choose to do?
Well, we are surrounded by great people that are just, the way all people should be. They're so giving and generous and do things from the heart, not the wallet. So when you don't get paid a lot, you have to laugh a lot, right, Cleet? And that's what we do. And we are surrounded by just such beautiful people. And the Van Blargen family, I cannot say enough about them. I mean, I think the event is so great because of Cleet and his family, because everybody loves him, his wife, his son, his grandchildren. They just have such a reputation in this area that people just love them, are so touched by them, especially us. And I know him a long time. I know his family, and I am just so proud and privileged to have him as our friend.
Well, make sure you come out this weekend for a night at the races benefiting the Helping Hands Society. Also going on this weekend, the MPB Community Players are back in action, and it's time for their annual variety show. We did shoot a segment all about the show, and you'll see that tomorrow on FYI, but we wanted to let you know that the curtain will go up on Friday, and the theme is pure imagination. So remember to tune in to FYI tomorrow for a full preview of that show. Right now on FYI, it's your midday winning lottery numbers. Your daily 177, Big 4 3423, Quinto 88966, and Treasure Hunt 14, 15, 19, 22, and 30. We talk football when we come back on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The 2014 World Cup is finally here. I am so excited, and I wanted to do a little feature story to mark the occasion, and the first name that popped into my head was Sammy. Sammy reffed a lot of my high school soccer games when I played for Bishop Hayfie, Vikings Forever. Talk to someone around my age, 30-ish, who played soccer in this area, and they'll know who I'm talking about. If you don't know, you're about to find out about a man who is still sharing his passion for the world's most popular sport. Sammy Atea has a lot of really good soccer stories from all over the world, so pull up a bar stool and get ready to learn about him and his favorite sport.
This is like kind of like my inherited just Egyptian stuff on the bar.
Mixed in with the Egyptian artwork on the bar is this image, the unmistakable hieroglyphic of the world's most popular sport. Atea started playing soccer in Egypt at a young age. At 12, he had a tryout for a semi-professional club. He played his first club game at the age of 13, and then at 18, he was traded to the top professional club in Egypt.
They took a lot from the game to make it faster, and that's what's happened now. But my time was totally different. It was great, but not as fast as now. Let's go for every country in the world. Like I travel a lot, like I said before earlier. I like the style now than my style, and of course the money went sky high for all the players. In our time it was okay, but for a young kid, I'm 20 years old, getting paid, playing ball. It's kind of
happy to do it.
Absolutely.
Atea suffered an injury at 26. He traveled away from Egypt and visited Germany, Greece, and made several stops in Africa before settling in the United States, where he met his wife. No matter where he went, he brought his love of soccer. In the early 90s, he started coaching locally.
It was all volunteer work, which I was glad to do so. And everybody, it was funny, the parents, I was like, which one is your kid? Which one is your kid? And I said, they're all mine. I don't have kids of my own, so basically I consider all the kids I was coaching mine.
Eventually, someone suggested that Atea should become a referee. He passed the test. From a player to coach and then a referee, Atea has really been at every position on the field, except goalie.
I got the size and everything, but it wasn't my thing. I always liked to be in the field, running around, passing, tackle, stuff like that. Different tackle like than football. It's our tackle, you play soccer yourself, So basically, I enjoyed every position I played, but the best one when I scored, that was, on the forward.
When I played soccer, we always addressed the referee as sir. Atea always deserved that title.
If you're far away from the ball, you can't really call accurate call. So you have to be right by the ball. I'm sure you witnessed, I was always by the player. Sometimes I was faster than the players. So that's why it made me a unique individual to do riffing, because I was in fit. I was in good shape. I'm right by the ball where at. Of course, my experience, I know when it's going to be kicked. So I'm be like, instead wasting my energy going by the goal, and then the ball going to be like the other half of the field. Then I have to run all that sprint. So I know what the ball is going to be after 5-10 minutes from the game.
Atea welcomes everyone to his bar on 2nd Street in Hazleton to watch his favorite sport. He'll be there enjoying every game of the World Cup. And while soccer is great in HD, nothing compares to actually walking out on the pitch.
I always want to be around soccer no matter what. If I play ref or play number one, of course. That's my most joy and peaceful. When you're in the field, I'm sure you have the experience. No matter what happens outside the world, when you're in the field, your mind is peaceful. You just focus on what's going on.
Sammy is picking Brazil, by the way. And here's another FYI. He coached the 1993 Hazleton Area High School soccer team that won their division. And right now at facebook.com/FYI News 13, you can hear him talk all about that championship team. That's sports for now. FYI, we'll be right back. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Hazel Park Car Club will be hosting a Cub Scout Pinewood Derby car race at the 21st Annual Father's Day Car Show on Sunday, June 15th. The event is being held from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Hazel Park. For more information, please call 570-401-3155. And finally, the Nespec State Park will be holding a Junior Bird Club meeting on Tuesday, July 8th from 9 to 11 a.m. The Junior Bird Club is always open to new members ages 9 and up. There's a one-time fee of $5. Registration is required, so call 570-403-2006 for additional information. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Ruth Peters of Freeland. Services will be held at the convenience of the family and under the direction of the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Anna Williams, formerly of Frackville. Arrangements will be announced by the Nice Heart Funeral Home. Wendy L. Proud Whitner of Freeland. Funeral is Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. And Leonard J. Pin Petroshanis of Shenandoah. The Lukowitz-Orovitz-Fell Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. Call Smilax for all of your special events, 570-454-0111.
Electric service for PPL Electric Utilities customers is getting more reliable as we continue to make important investments in our systems. Vegetation management has a positive impact on reliability so that we can keep the lights on for homes and businesses throughout our region. Our investment in trimming and clearing more trees around power lines is starting to pay off. Tree-related outages were down 43% last year compared to the average of the previous 3 years. Trees are a major cause of power outages, so vegetation management is critical to keeping the electric power grid reliable. We work very hard to keep trees away from power lines to give you safe, reliable service. We've developed a comprehensive program to manage vegetation around 35,000 miles of overhead power lines. Keeping trees and other vegetation away from these lines is very important. Our professional foresters work directly with qualified line clearance tree trimming companies, which are trained to safely work around energized power lines and perform the work properly. PPL Electric Utilities also works to do more about hazard trees, those trees outside of the right-of-way that pose a threat to the lines. For example, these could be trees that are diseased or leaning toward the lines. Our customers and communities deserve the most reliable electric service we can provide. We're focused on continuing to provide safe and reliable service, all at a reasonable cost to our customers.
I want to give you a little preview of FYI weekend. On Saturday, we'll tell you how NASCAR drivers in the Pocono Raceway are helping out the Armed Forces Foundation. Plus, we'll take a motorcycle ride with a well-traveled local rider. FYI Friday will be cool too, don't worry. Until then, take it easy, everyone.